Hey, 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 you know what day it is. What day is it? It's Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. It's Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D is Tuesday Tea with D. Hey, boo, hey, it's your girl, Dietrich Trueheart, your life purpose generator, purpose provoker. I speak life mentor here with another serving of tea on Tuesday Tea with D. And so, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending upon where you are watching. Make sure that you share this. So I'm going to share this as well on TikTok. I am live on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, my business page, Facebook, True Heart Speaks, and LinkedIn. And so if you are watching live, if you're watching a replay, make sure you say, hey, girl, hey, let me know you are here. We are live and in full effect. And so today's conversation is around things that I learned about myself going live for 30 days straight. Now, I will say that it has been, I'm sharing this so that the people know that I'm live, and then we can get this party started. And so if you are on any of the platforms, if you're on YouTube, share. If you're on Facebook, share. If you're on LinkedIn, share. If you're on TikTok, make sure you share. Invite some people to come in. If you did not know, I have been live for the past 30 days. I did a 30-day live stream challenge, storytelling challenge, and it was the best experience. And so don't forget to say, hey, girl, hey, when you come in. Let's see, we are live. Join us. Sharing that there. And then I'm also going to share this in my Facebook group. How are y'all? Come on in and say, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, Deanna. Hey, Patricia. How are y'all? Hey, girls. Hey. I am sharing. How y'all doing? Are y'all recovering from last week's masterclass, Deanna and Patricia? I sent out the replay today. I finally was able to download it and upload it so that you all could have access to that. And so obviously I'm sure you haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but how are y'all still chewing on what we talked about last weekend or last Thursday? It was a week. Oh, shoot. I think my son is outside. So we may have to, Dallas, come here for a second. I have my tea. Can you get the tea container off of my cabinet, the counter? I had it and I forgot it, y'all. So before we jump in today's conversation, obviously we're going to talk a little bit about doing well. I'm actually revisiting my notes now. I love that, Patricia. I love it. I love it. I love it. What are y'all up to? Do you guys have plans for Thanksgiving? Are you all, has anybody put their tree up? It is snowing here, like officially snowing, not like a little bit of snow. We got a lot of snow. Not a lot, but it's more than normal, I would say. Doing well. Oh, I just saw that. So while you all are replying, this is today's tea. And it is actually the tea I was drinking this morning. I actually made it yesterday and I didn't get a chance to drink it. And so when I keep it in this water bottle, it's a water bottle, but it keeps my tea hot, it was already warm and I literally had a big jug of it. And so I basically just kind of added more water. Really, I just heated up what I had because it was already sweet. And so today's tea, which I have shared before, is a blueberry Merlot. I think I called it a blueberry amaretto, but it wasn't. It is a blueberry Merlot. And I'm going to read the ingredients here from this blueberry Merlot. It is an organic herbal tea, award-winning herbal blend with sweet berries and savory sage. And so it's got rose hip, hibiscus, blueberry, sage, and natural flavoring and cornflower petals. That's the blueberry Merlot. And it is really, really, really good. So of course, I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to taste it and let y'all know how it tastes again because I've been drinking it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, that's good, right? That's good. That's good right there. All right. Deanna says, yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I so needed the reminder on rest, learn some new nuggets. I love that. I sent you all a survey, so make sure you all complete that survey because it will help me just know. So if I do it again, you know, what you enjoyed, what were your takeaways, all that kind of stuff. It's 55 here in Orlando, and being a true Floridian, that's cold. Oh yeah, that's cold in Florida. It looks like everybody has a cold front. Like it's looking like everybody is cold. And so I was just pulling this up. And so yeah, like it's freezing here. Let me check the weather. I think it was like 30. It may have gone up. 36. Mm-hmm. And it's saying winter weather advisory until 2. Child, it just started snowing yesterday. A little bit on Sunday, but until 2 p.m. Well, it's about to be 2. So it'll be back up into like the 40s, and then it'll be a high of 53 on Sunday. But yeah, it's been cold everywhere, y'all. So I noticed that it's 38 in Connecticut. Yeah. So yeah. I think I saw it was cold in North Carolina as well. And I think yesterday, my cousin is in Georgia. She's in South Georgia. And she was also telling me that it's chilly there as well. So I think it's cold everywhere. And I don't know. All I know is it better be warm when we get to Myrtle Beach in December. That's all I know is that when we get to Myrtle Beach in December, listen. So I have a couple of announcements that I want to share before we jump in, and then we're going to get this party started. I'm going to try not to keep y'all. I've been talking for like forever. And so one of the things that I feel like I learned, not necessarily about myself, but it's like once I get going, I can just talk. Now, most of you know, like that's not anything new, but what I mean by that is because I've been talking for the last 30 days, like stuff just kind of is coming up. It just like stuff is resonating. Like, you know, the nuggets are dropping. And so I'm already, you know, in a space of, you know, sharing. Hey, Tamla, how are you, love? Hey, girl. Hey. So let me share this really quickly. 2 announcements. The first announcement is for my locals here in the Western New York area. I am hosting my Sit, Soak, and Seek. Sit at his feet, soak in his presence, seek his face. Prayer and worship experience this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Cross Nation Church, 550 Genesee Street, Buffalo, New York, 14204. I will put that information. It is not in my link in bio on TikTok, but I have been sharing it on Facebook, all of my platforms. So if you have not seen it, if you have not gotten an email, if you have not gotten a text message, I will be sharing all week to let people know about the Sit, Soak, and Seek for this weekend. And so I wanted to share that as well. And then the next thing that I want to share is my I Speak Life Live event. And so that is happening. Hey girl, hey Remelda, how are you, lovey? That's happening December 5th, 6th, and 7th of December in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That is my empowerment experience for women, 3-day transformational spirit-led experience for the high capacity and busy woman of faith who's ready to unplug, rediscover your dreams, anchor your faith, and connect with yourself and with God. And so you can get details at I Speak Life Live. I'll put this here so you can access that, I Speak Life Live. And then this link right here that I put up here, that's a link in my bio. You can get access to just about everything but the Sit, Soak, and Seek. I will put the Sit, Soak, and Seek there, but I don't even think I have the landing page up on my website where people can get the details. But you are indeed invited. Okay, so let me go back and we can get this party started. All right, so let's talk. Hey, China, how are you? Tamla says it's 47 in Georgia now. Yeah, I think there's just a cold front everywhere. Like, I really think that it's cold everywhere. I don't think that there's anywhere where it's hot. Phoenix, it's 74. That's where we need to be. Houston is 67, which is still, I think, cool for them. Even Miami is 64. We can go to Montego Bay. It's 83 there. So between Phoenix, I keep different locations on my phone, depending upon like where I am and where I'm going. And so some of these places are places that I've been or places that I'm watching because I want to go. And so a lot of times this is a nugget that I will share with you. When I'm looking at where I want to go around that time, I'm looking at the weather just to kind of get a feel for it, to see, is it going to be, warm there? Is it going to be cool there? Because I just want to know. Right. So again, I just came from Montego Bay last year, so it's still in here. And I actually just kept that in because I like to see like when it's warmest, because I actually want to go back. But I know Jamaica is in recovery right now, so I don't know when that will be. So y'all continue to keep Jamaica in prayer, continue to keep Haiti and Nigeria in prayer. Keep, Gaza and Palestine and Israel, keep them all in prayer, because honey, just keep them in prayer. I think sometimes when we think about the different things that are going on in our lives, and then we think about like just imagining that even with people who have, dealt with hurricanes here locally, right? Hurricane Katrina, Melissa, there's a couple others where just your whole house is gone, your life is gone, everything. And I think sometimes, like, for me in particular, like, I think we take that for granted because it has never happened to us. And so just continue to keep those people in prayer, because I was talking to somebody and I was just saying, and it might have even been on one of the lives, where some of these places like Jamaica and Puerto Rico and Haiti, like they get hit every single year. And it's like, man, like, it's like days and weeks and months without power, and then have to restore and have to rebuild and all of those things. It's like, Lord, like, child, there isn't anything that I'm going through right now that is anywhere near what those people are going through. And so I say thank you, right? Like sometimes you just have to say, Lord, I say thank you, because it could have been me, right? It could be me, right? And so at any rate, with that being said, again, let's talk about what I've learned. So many of you know I went live for the past 30 days. Today was the last day of going live. Woo, woo, woo. Celebrate good times. Come on. Right? We finished, right? We did it. It is finished. Cannot believe it came and gone so quickly. But I will talk a little bit about just some of the things that I learned about myself. And so one of the things that I think is important that I've learned about me is my resiliency and my consistency and my discipline. And so when I make up my mind to do something, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to figure it out. And especially if I know the Lord has already given me resources to do it, or has already given me like the details or the information around, like, what that looks like, it's like, it's a no-brainer for me. It's a no-brainer. And so the fact that I already had prompts around what I needed to say, and the fact that I had already said, okay, there was no, I want to say disruption, but there wasn't anything in the way of me going live, because I'd already made a decision and I already looked at my schedule, and I knew for the next 30 days I could go live at 8 a.m. And so it was helpful for me to have that, because I already knew I had so many other things happening that I had not, I won't say that I had not taken into consideration, because I had taken those into consideration, but I did not want it to dilute what I already had going on, if that makes sense. The other thing that I learned about myself is, and I've shared this already, is that I am in a season of my life where, unless God tells me to do it, this is not something you're going to catch me doing after today, right? We are no longer going live every day. I need my sleep. I like easing into my day. I like not talking to anybody until 10 o'clock. Although I really enjoyed our morning conversations. I really enjoyed like the morning motivations. I really enjoyed just connecting. And so I wonder, just as I'm talking these through, like, what are some things that you can do over the next 21 to 30 days that can maybe take you out of your comfort zone, or that can allow you to maybe reset or recalibrate, or even like renew or do something new that could really help you in gaining a better perspective or a different perspective of you and how you approach, something that it is that you say that you want to do, right? I still had like my masterclass, my Sit, Soak, and Seek. I have to preach on Sunday. I'm still promoting my event. Still, I was, I spent most of the day yesterday working through like the menu and and part of the budget for my event coming up at the end of the at the beginning of the month, as we're like coming down to the wire around certain things that we're getting. And so as we're talking to the people, it's a couple of changes that have to be made. And so all of those things, while right on the cusp of getting ready to complete this assignment. The other thing that that I realize is that mindset is so important, right? Sometimes you're defeated before you start. You're defeated before you start. And so if you don't think that, there's a saying, I think it's by Thomas Roosevelt. Is that his name? Thomas? No. Roosevelt. I don't know. But there's a saying that says, if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you can't. Right? If you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you can't. Right? And so it's a mindset thing. And so some of you will talk yourself out of a thing before you even start. And so I was very intentional about not talking myself out of this. Right? Yes, I had to wake up early. Yes, I had to adjust some things. Yes, my mornings were not my mornings anymore. But I was committed to this goal because it was something personal for me. Right? It was something personal for me. And so I want you to think about, like, I want you to think about one thing that, like, if you did it, and I love for you to share it in the chat, whether it's on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or here on TikTok. I love for you to share it in the chat. What's one thing, if you did for 30 days, you knew like the consistency would totally make a difference? Like that there would be, it might even just kickstart something in you. I love to hear that. I love for you to share that in the comments. What's one thing that you're like, man, like I really need to get back with this, or I really need to do this, or maybe it's just something that you hadn't thought of, but you're like, if I did this, I know that it would jumpstart me into the new year for the rest of the year or whatever. Share that in the chat. I really want to know. On the sidebar, why is my kid outside in the snow playing soccer? Child, he gonna come in here cold. And had a nerve to have soccer shoes on. He don't even have his boots on, y'all. Boy moms, I tell you. So what's one thing? Y'all quiet today. Why are y'all quiet? Let me look on here and make sure I'm live. Y'all can see me. I ain't frozen. One thing, if you committed to it. Going live for me. Okay. Nice. I like that, Tamala. You could definitely, what would you go live about? I would love to know. What would you go live about? That's good. Anybody else? Y'all quiet today. And that's all right, because we're going to keep going. I'm just pulling this up so I can see. Really take a step of faith and making boss moves, working for myself. So we're talking these 30 days. So what would need to happen over these next, or just any, not, I won't say these next 30 days, but what would you be doing for 30 days? What would that step of faith, that leap of faith, well, we're going to say a step of faith and that boss move, what would that look like, Patricia? I would love to know. That's good. Good, and gooder. Who else? Y'all scared to say it? Because y'all don't want me to, all right. I would narrow it down to one area, although I could speak on 3 different areas. Okay. Can you repeat, please? So if there was one thing, so we're talking about the momentum that I've gotten over these last 30 days of going live. And if you could pick one thing, obviously yours was committed. You've already done it, like being committed to showing up consistently with me every single day here. But if there was something that could, again, even just another thing that you could do that would catapult you or give you the push to keep going, what would be that one thing that you could do for 30 days, right? And so, excuse me, for some of you, it could be walking every day, right? That's something that I'm getting ready to get back into, walking. And the minimum for me when I first started was 30 minutes. I would walk for 30 minutes and that would be the thing, right? I wonder, something that could stretch me is, what does it look like for me to drink water every day for 30 days? I don't always drink water every day. I drink tea every day, as y'all know. But I don't always drink water every day. And even I think committing to a specific amount of water a day. Now, I will say this, I can drink, and I noticed this the other day. I bought sparkling water because I thought, like, okay, the sparkling water, I could drink the sparkling water like I drink regular water. But here's what I noticed, that even when I drink sparkling water, there's still something different about the sparkling water that's not like regular water, where I'm not peeing every 10 minutes, which tells me that I really have to drink water, because there's something in the water that is flushing me out that the sparkling water does not. But so it could be something like that. It could be, we did what I call the power of a minute in my Know Your Limit Masterclass last week. And so for some of you, around what, what it looks like to get quiet. And so maybe for the next 30 days, you're going to spend maybe a minute to 5 minutes, in silence, with no nothing, and really just developing the consistency of embracing silence for 30 days. I'm giving you all some examples. Some of you, it could be running, it could be walking, it could be exercising, it part of moving your body. I know with Deanna was talking about rest and how is she so needed the reminder around resting. And so what does it look like to be intentional around resting every single day for 30 days, right? It's not an optional thing. It's, I'm going to make time to rest every single day for 30 days. Like, what does that look like? And so for some of you, again, what does that look like? So Patricia says, register my business, get a strategy, and moving from fear to faith, stop second guessing myself. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, but if we were in sessions together, I would ask you some deeper questions around the specificity of what that looks like over the next 30 days. Like, what are you literally doing every day? Now, I get it. Some stuff is a one shot only type thing, but there's some other things like literally what does that look like? Ramilda says hip pain is gone, but strengthening is needed. Start exercising and PT to strengthen the right side. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Getting my health in order, more rest, walking, eating healthier. I love that. And so as you all can see, and the reason I'm asking these questions is because a lot of times we'll say, I want to be healthier, or I want to grow in my faith, or I want to get closer to God, or even like from relationships, like I want to grow closer, or spend a little bit more time with my husband or my wife or my children. And so what does that look like, right? And so it could be checking in every day. So it's interesting that since my son was little, when I pick him up from school and I ask him, so how was your day? And so initially he would be like, whatever. But it's funny, like on the days that he'll get in the car, and sometimes it's not like I intentionally don't ask him, but I might be like preoccupied with something, or just, he'll get in and he'll say, hi, Mom. Or he'll say, hi, Mom, to himself, and he'll say, hi. And then he'll say, hi, Dallas. And he'll say, hi, Mom. And he'll say, how was your day, Dallas? And he'll be like, oh, thank you for asking. But he's gotten accustomed to me asking about his day every single day, Monday through Friday, without fail. How was your day? What did you learn today? What happened in school today? I'm asking every single day. And so it gets to the point of where even something as simple as checking in, not only with yourself, but maybe checking in with others, right? Around like, what does that look like? Is it, maybe it's not for the next 30 days, but it's like, okay, we're going to definitely check in, but then we're also going to incorporate. I really want to incorporate and bring back our game nights. For Christmas, I always buy him games. I haven't bought him the last couple of years because he didn't really want them. And we have a ton of games. And so there aren't really a lot of games out there that I'm like, but we used to do game nights, and we would have like Friday night would be a game night. We do pizza and chicken. We watch movies, or the movies would watch us play the game. But what does that look like? What does getting healthier look like? What does more rest look like? Is it taking naps? Is it, creating more boundaries? Is it giving yourself grace and space to have do nothing days? What does eating healthier look like, right? Is it less carbs, less sugar? Is it, more water? Is it more fruits and vegetables? And what does that look like over a 30-day plan, right? And so I'm saying all of that to say, for me, when I did this 3-day live stream challenge, it was simpler for me because I literally knew what I was doing every single day. And for me, it was literally every day, like Sunday through Saturday. For you, it could be like when I do my walking, it's Monday through Friday, right? And then I take off on Saturdays and Sundays. And so that was also something that that I learned, right, about myself, was just the consistency was helpful for me. The other thing that I will say is, and I shared this earlier when I was reading from my book, 30 Days of Thanks. Hi, Vicky, how are you? Is I think I definitely thrive in community. Although I was doing this by myself and I was committed to doing it by myself, I was excited to see faces when you all popped in to say, hey, I'm here. It was helpful for me, right? It was encouragement for me. Just kind of like cheering me on. And the fact that whatever I was sharing was also helpful, that was good for me too. And so, in what ways do you thrive on doing things in community? Is there someone else who you can be an accountability partner with that can hold you account? Like, who's holding you accountable, right? The interesting thing about this was, because I was so focused in being intentional with this, I did not necessarily need an accountability partner. I was committed to showing up. It was great to have you guys there, but it was like, I just was like, you know what? This is something that I got to do for me. And which is why I did not advertise it. I shared it a couple of times, but I normally share everything in my, specifically with like my email list, in my Facebook group. Like, hey, now granted, I shared the lives, but normally it'd be like, hey, I'm going live, join me. Hey, I'm going live, join me. I didn't do much of that. Like some of you got the text message today that I was going live, for Tuesday Tea with D. But I did not do that. It really was a personal goal of mine, even though it was for my business. And so I want you to think about, how bad do you want a thing, and how consistent, not how consistent, but how, I want to say focused, but that's not the word that I really want to say either. But how focused are you in making it happen? And so out of the things that, like we talked about, whether it's going live, whether it is, starting a business, putting the business out there, whether it is taking care of your body, whether it is, with all of the things that were shared here, and some of you may have not had an opportunity to share, you might be working and listening. And if you're watching the replay, feel free, on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, feel free to share. But like, what does that look like? And you don't necessarily have to share it here, but what would it take for you to just say, you know what, like, it don't matter if anybody shows up. It doesn't matter if anybody is with me. It doesn't matter if anybody is supporting me. It doesn't matter. What would it take for you to do that? Like, what would it take? And only you can answer that question, right? Your journey is yours. Thanks for sharing. You always bless us. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Vicky. But again, it's like, I would have shared, but like, it wasn't even about that either. Like, there's something different about this season that I'm getting ready to go into, that anything that is standing in my way, I am looking to obliterate it. I'm looking to annihilate it. I'm looking to erase it, evaporate it. Like I'm looking to destroy it. Because what I know is that I don't want to be the reason that I'm not accomplishing what it is that I know that I can accomplish, right? Like I don't want to be what's in my own way, which a lot of times it is us, right? It might be, other things that we see or whatever. Deanna says, I will make a plan. She says, I'm committed to really giving this a go. I love that. I love that. Keep me posted, Deanna. Keep me posted on that, on how you're doing. I might surprise you and send you a little email, text, or something and say, hey, girl, hey, how's that going with getting your health in order? What kind of plan did you put together? And let me tell y'all this, even though I didn't use ChatGPT for this, you can totally use ChatGPT and say, hey, chat, I'm looking to, if you use ChatGPT, I'm looking to, like, I'm gonna use Deanna's thing. I'm looking to get my health in order, more rest, walking, and eating healthier. These are some of the things that I'm looking to do. I want to do them for like a 30-day time frame, starting this day to this day. Can you help me? Right. And what I normally do is when I'm asking for help around those things, I'll say, ask any clarifying questions to help to complete the assignment. And so then it gives chat an opportunity to say, hey, what type of exercise are you trying to do? How often are you resting, or whatever the case may be. But I would say make it something that's simple enough that is, like this. I'm going live every single day for the next 30 days for 30 minutes. And then because I knew that minimally it was going to be 30 minutes, I could look at my schedule to see where I had capacity, right? And so on the days that I may not have had capacity, I stuck to my 30 minutes, maybe going over like 40, 45 minutes. And then those where I had cushion, we talked for like an hour, right? And so when you're looking at that, what do you have capacity for, right? Not just, don't overdo it, right? I'm about to be, working out every day for an hour. Child, okay. You ain't worked out at all. I'm about to be drinking all the water. I'm about to drink a whole gallon of water. Child, you don't drink water. How you drinking a gallon of water? How you going to do that every day? So think about like what's realistic, what's in your capacity. Here's the other part. Look at what you already have going on, right? It could be essentially like moving my body every day and working on 10,000 steps, or whatever. I'm gonna join a gym, or I'm gonna do a workout, or whatever the case. Vicky says, I've divorced so many things not good for me this year, people, places, and things. I love that for you. I love that for you. And I love the fact that you said you divorced it. She said, I divorced the thing, Sony. I love it. What else did I learn? Is this helping y'all, child? Okay, so it was something else. Set realistic goals. Hey, Angela, I miss you. How are you? Yes, set realistic goals. Excuse me, because we be trying to do the most, right? We are type A, right? We are the doers, the handlers, like we doing all the things. And then, child, sometimes after we done finish planning all the things, child, we be tired. It's like, this is too much. That's too much, child. I know, who told me to put this plan together? No, make it simple. Make it something that's doable, that you don't have to think about, that you don't have, like, literally, even if it's, again, something literally as simple as I'm going to walk every day for 30 minutes for 30 days. That's it. Where are you going to walk? I'm going to walk around the park. And then when it gets cold, I'm going to walk around the gym. Like I have a gym where they have a track. That's where I'm going to walk. Right. Or for the next 30 days, I'm going to drink at least a bottle of water. And if I feel like I can do more, then I'm going to do 2 bottles of water. Right. For 30 days. Right. If it's a spiritual goal, I'm going to read, you could do something as simple as I'm going to read the book of Proverbs. Right. Or I'm going to read, 30 Psalms, right? I might start at, or just, I'm going to read a chapter a day, right? Just to, open it up and, whatever, right? Something simple every day, right? I'm going to just read a chapter from the Bible every day. Or I really want to get back into journaling. I'm going to journal. I'm going to write. I used to get to a point where when I was really busy, if I wanted to commit to journaling and I wanted to make sure I was writing something every day, I would at least write one page. And so the commitment was, I'm not going to do a whole bunch. I'm going to write one page. And when I'm done with the one page, then I'm going to go to bed. Hey, Adrienne, how are you, Lovey? And that was it, right? So for 30 days, I'm going to write at least one page in my journal, even if I'm tired, right? I'm just going to give it one page. If I feel like I can do more, I will. Y'all catch this. If I feel like I can do more, I will. If I feel like I can do more than 30 minutes when I go live, I will. But if I can't, it's good, right? But the commitment for me was at least 30 minutes. You know, if it's part of your business, like in what ways can you show up online every day? I'm going to post at least once a day, about, you know, maybe twice a day. So once is about whatever it is that I'm selling. And then the other, it might be just something that speaks directly to the person that I'm working with. Right. Or it could be for 30 days, I'm going to learn a skill, right? Maybe I really want to learn how to go live. And so I'm going to spend some time learning every day something about going live so that I can go live, or something about scheduling content, or I'm going to learn more about using Chat GPT. Do you all get where I'm going with this? Like, make it simple enough to where you're not overthinking it. Because when you start to overthink it, you're going to start to talk yourself out of it, period. You're going to talk yourself out of it. It's, oh, I don't know why I did this. This is too much. This is that. Remember, I talked about mindset, right? Make it simple enough. Right? It's 30 days. And then after that, you can recalibrate what's next. Right? So I knew yesterday, this is not sustainable. Why did I know yesterday it wasn't? Well, I knew initially in the beginning, I was like, oh, I don't know. I feel like this is a setup. But then as time started to go on and I still was doing my work, I'm still planning my life. I'm planning all the things, right? Getting ready for all the things. And I'm recognizing how much of a toll this is taking. I'm now realizing this is not sustainable for me to do like this. But what is sustainable is me getting back on and doing what I'm doing around not 21 days of prayer, around Tuesday Tea with D. So how do I show up consistently every Tuesday at 12:15 and even promote it more? So one of the things that I'm also looking at doing better at is I actually have something that actually edits my videos and chops them up. All I have to do is pick the video, schedule the video, and put the video out. I literally can schedule 5 videos. So when I'm finished here, I can do a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday video. Or if I wanted to just do a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 videos, and then take Monday to prepare for Tuesday, I could do that. The question is, child, why don't I be doing it? And sometimes I'll be honest, I'm tired. By the time I get finished talking, I upload the video, I go through the videos, I decide which videos I like them. I have to go in and let me just tell you all my process. I take screenshots. So the video, so the thumbnails that you see on YouTube, I take those screenshots. I take the screenshots, I upload them in Canva. I create those screenshots. Those thumbnails, I take those as well. And then I take pictures of myself as well. And so those pictures I use to be as covers for the videos that you all see in the reel. So like if you see a picture and I'm like, I've taken that picture, right? So I'm doing all of that. And then I got to go and then schedule it. And so last week, I want to say the week before that, I was like, okay, if this is the day that you're going to do it, just do it. And so I took the time out and I think I scheduled like 3 videos, but I think I saved like 5 videos just in case. And so it says, while your questions and giving plans on how to work within boundaries and without stressing and overworking. Yes. Angela says, do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. Yes, love. Absolutely. I love that. You are asking good questions that I need to check. Yes. Is this helping y'all? I know Patricia and Angela are sharing, but again, like this is what I do. It's a process. So when I'm thinking about that, it's like, okay, child, you don't need to be going live every day. What you need to be doing is figuring out how to show up fullier, if that's a word, fullier in every Tuesday, right? How am I talking about it more than just like maybe once a week? Like and now granted, I have a lot going on. So I have also learned that it is okay for me to talk about multiple things at once. And so this is why I'm telling you all, because everybody can't do everything. Some of you all came to my Know Your Limit Masterclass. Some of you will be at the event in December. Some of you will be at Sit, Soak, and Seek this weekend. Some of you will come hear me preach on Sunday. Some of you are getting ready. You are already ready. Like, you're waiting for me to make the announcement about the Sabbath retreat. Some of you are waiting for 2026 for I Speak Life Live, because you're like, I wasn't in the room this year, but I'm definitely going to be in the room next year. Some of you are waiting for, you're already ready because 21 days of prayer is already coming. And so you're like, okay, where do I sign up so I can get my workbook and all the things? So I'm learning now, like, I'm putting the stuff out because everybody is not going to do everything. And some people are doing some more things than others. And even the ones who are doing everything, listen, they getting in where they can fit in. But my job is to put it out there. My job is to share it, and you decide what works for you. Period. That's where I am with that. But at the end of the day, there's some things where, for me, I'm just in a space that the older I get, the more simple I need it. I don't want it to be complex. I don't want it to any of those things. And so I'm even simplifying some stuff. And so as I'm going to be looking to have an assistant at some point, I want to be able to have someone who can actually take some of that stuff off of my plate so that I can really focus on the content, right? As being a teacher, being a preacher, being a consultant, being a speaker, focusing on those specific things, right? And so, yeah, so, that's, I'm sure there's some other things that I've learned, but we just have been talking and kicking it. And I think we were about like 45 minutes, about 40 minutes in. And so before I let you all go, I will just say that, if nothing else, one of the things that I learned, not necessarily about myself, but more importantly, is that my niece, Kaylee? It is. Hi, Kaylee Pooh. How are you? And so if I learned anything about myself is the consistency. I learned what I like and what I don't like. I've learned that I definitely need to hire an assistant going into 2026. I've learned, I just learned that, like, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this has been really, really good. Going live every single day it's been good. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes what you're doing may not necessarily be continue doing it, but take the energy that you put into what you've been doing and put it into something else. And that's what I'm going to do. Right. I'm excited now. Right. Like, y'all probably going to see me even more. I might do some pop-up lives. Right. But at the same time, I also am very clear around, like, my capacity and what I can and can't do, what I'm willing to do, and whatever. So I think that's it. Like I said, I'm sure there are other things, but we've been talking for 43 minutes. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna go because I think I want to take a nap. I have Inner Circle tonight. So those of you who are coming to Inner Circle, bring your questions. It's Q&A day today. Bring your, like we've been talking today, bring the questions. Don't come to that Q&A looking at me like a deer in headlights, like, I don't know. But make sure, like, bring your questions, right? So with that being said, I'm going to pray us out. Does anybody have, let me just say, does anybody have any questions? What was your feedback? What did you enjoy today's conversation around what I learned about myself after going live for 30 days? What are your thoughts? And then I'm going to pray. One of the things that I also did not mention is, if you are interested in booking a strategy session, my 45-minute strategy sessions are $250. My 90-minute strategy sessions are $500. And I'll just say, like, they're worth it, right? To be able to spend one-on-one time with me and for me to really be able to dissect some of the things that you have going on, whether it's life, business, ministry, whatever the case is. Think about that as well. It is well worth the investment. You're worth the investment. And so I'd love for you to book a session, but I'd love to be able to spend some time with you. So if you have questions about that, let me know as well. I don't see anybody popping up. That doesn't mean you're not writing. I'm going to pray. And then if something pops up on the opposite side of me praying, I'll respond. But if not, I'm going to pray and I'm going to let us go. Cause like I said, I'm going to go take me a nap. and get ready for tonight. And I've been talking all day, and I have to talk again tonight, and I have coaching calls again tomorrow for my incubator ladies, because we've closed out in October, and so now we're doing closeout calls in preparation for the new cohort. And so it's a lot. It's a lot, but I am grateful. I'm grateful that I get to do what I get to do and with whom I get to do it with, right? Whether it's one-on-one clients, whether it is my coaching clients, my group coaching program, whether it's my mentorship community, like I'm grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. So, Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you, oh God, for this time, oh God, to share just lessons learned. I cannot believe we're here. 30 days going live, storytelling live stream challenge. Like, listen, we did that, Lord. And so I'm grateful that you have sustained me. I'm grateful, oh God, that you gave me what I needed in order, oh God, to walk this journey. I'm grateful for the nudge that you gave me, oh God, to just get it done. And so some of us, we need that. Some of us, we just need somebody to say, okay, this is when you're going to do it. This is how you're going to do it. And this is how it's going to get done. And so I'm grateful that I have an ear to hear. I'm grateful, oh God, that you are gracious to me and patient with me, that even when I don't do a thing, when you tell me to do it, you don't let up. And so I'm grateful for those, oh God, who join me on this journey. I'm grateful for those who are here today for Tuesday Tea with D, who get a chance to learn some of the lessons that I've learned over these last 30 days. I'm grateful for the lessons. And so I'm grateful, and I'm praying that whatever it is that I share, that it is received, and that they can take those messages, they can take the nuggets, they can take the strategies, they can take any of the things that I shared over these last 30 days and implement them. I pray that they would not overwhelm themselves with what they need to do, that they can pick one thing, that they can do it for 30 days, that they can do it consistently with. And then at the end of those 30 days, can evaluate, like, how did it go? Did it go as planned? Did it go the way that they wanted it to go? And if they didn't, what can they do in order to change or to shift or to pivot? But most importantly, we thank you, God, for your grace and your mercy. We thank you, Father, oh God, that you give us multiple opportunities, oh God, to do the things that you have called us to do. And so whether it is taking care of our bodies, whether it's taking care of our minds, our emotion, and our spirits, oh God, whether it is, tending to relationships, Father, whether it is handling finances, oh God, whether it is leading and managing organizations, companies, ministries, whatever it is that you have called us to, oh God, I pray, Father, oh God, that our yes is yes. I pray that their yes is yes. I pray, Father, oh God, that they would not allow fear to overcome them. I pray, Father, that doubt would not creep in. And I pray, Father, that overwhelm, oh God, would not even have a seat at the table. And so we just thank you for what is to come with all of them over these next 30 days or whenever they start that journey. I thank you for being with me and being with us over this time. I thank you for joining us tonight and today, this whole day. And I just ask that you, oh God, will be with us as we leave this virtual space, but never from your presence, that you would be with us, that you would lead us and guide us, that you would encamp your angels around about us, keep us safe from danger seen and unseen, keep us hidden from the hand of the enemy. And I pray, Father, that you will cover us under the blood of Jesus Christ until we come back together again next week for another time with Tuesday Tea with D. And so we thank you, we praise you, we magnify you in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So, yes, enjoyed you. You bring things clear. I need to invest in me. I enjoyed today's tea. Very helpful moving forward with taking care of me. I love it. Yes. If you have questions about that, Patricia, let me know. If you have questions, Deanna, you let me know as well. Child, we don't work together. So, whatever support you need, just let me know, book a session, and however which way I can support you. But we are stepping forward and we're moving forward. There's no turning back. At this point, like, I'm like, oh Lord, Lord, you got me out here. We out here now. As we went to the Ty Tribbett concert over the weekend, my son and I, and it was called We Outside. So it's like, we outside now, Lord. Like, we out here. You got me out here in these streets. Listen, let's get it crack-a-lacking. Okay. So, I want you all to keep me posted on whatever it is that you are doing. Send me an email, send me a DM, like whatever it is, however I can hold you accountable and check in with you. I would love to do that. And more importantly, just, keep going, right? Don't be discouraged. Like, God is gracious. And so the mere fact that he keeps nudging you, the mere fact that he continues to bring me right before you to remind you of certain things, means that he is gracious, means that he is not giving up, means that he is not left, means that he is not angry, means that he, I don't know if God is disappointed. I've never read in his word that he is disappointed. And sometimes we think he is disappointed, but he is long suffering. We do know that, right? And so we are grateful for all of that. And so whatever it is that you are supposed to be doing, I want you to do it. And however I can support you, let me know. Again, just stay connected, right? If you can become a part of the inner circle, become a part of the inner circle. When enrollment opens in December, you can become a part of the incubator, become a part of the incubator, book a strategy session. Just get in community, right? Because I think that it's helpful when you're in community and when you're connected. I will keep you posted on getting involved in my Facebook group. I'm just not sure. I'm really in prayer around moving my Facebook group to school, because I really want to be able to have people who are, and everybody who follows me is not on Facebook, or they don't do as much on Facebook. And so, I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about doing my free group on school and just sending people there, because I just want to be able to I want to have access to you. And so even like now, I can send you to school, and I know like you'll get the notifications, you'll get emails about notifications and different things like that. So I will keep you all posted on that. But in the meantime, do what it is that the Lord is telling you to do. We are waiting for you. I said we are waiting for you. We are waiting for you, right? Even if it's something like, your spiritual growth, if it's something like your health, you need that for what you are called to do. I talked about that last week, knowing your limit, prioritizing you, and prioritizing rest. It's not just about rest, but it's what the rest allows you to do. When you are rested, you show up different. When you are rested, you think different. When you are rested, you move different. You love different. You interact different. Like, it's not just, oh, I'm taking a nap, or oh, whatever the case may be. It's also about prioritizing you. And there's so much that you have not been prioritizing because you have been putting everybody else and everything else before you. And I'm just here to tell you, we don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. I need you to step up and step in and step forward. Okay. So with that being said, I done said what I had to say. And y'all join me next week, right? We have officially completed 30 days of the live streaming storytelling challenge as of this morning. And so moving forward, I expect to see you every Tuesday with me at 12:15 Eastern Standard Time on what? Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Oh, that's so good. So good. I will see y'all next week. You all have a great, great, great week.